Check. 1, 2.
.3 WFIV, Loudon, Farragut, Lenore City.
The following is a special presentation of Horn Radio Sports. Here's Eric Gerhardt.
Good evening. Welcome into another night of Farragut High School Hoops from Lynn Sexton Gymnasium as we are right down the home stretch now of the regular season. Farragut with its next to last district matchup tonight as they host Hardin Valley, and we're only going to have one game this evening as the Hardin Valley girls had a positive COVID test, and so the girls game has been canceled as a result, and so the Lady Admirals will next be in action presumably Tuesday night at Maryville. Meanwhile, the boys move up an hour and a half and fill that 6 o'clock time slot, and that will be our lone game tonight as Farragut and Hardin Valley square off. It was a competitive game when these teams met January 15th over at Hardin Valley Academy. The Admirals winning 69-61, but Hardin Valley jumped out to a 7-0 lead in that game, and Farragut, trailed 13-6 at the end of the first quarter. The Admirals made it a 4-point deficit, got a little closer by halftime. The third quarter, it was knotted up at 49, and Farragut went on a 13-0 run somewhere in there. Late third quarter into the fourth quarter, built a 61-49 lead, and won it 69-61. So A competitive game. Admirals playing from behind much of the night. Big run in the second half provided the Admirals with the lead that they would maintain and win by 8. You look at the scoring that night, and it was Dallas Carball with 15 points for the Admirals. Ryan Neal had 12. Isaiah Smith chipped in 10. Carter Mayfield had 8. For Hardin Valley, meanwhile, their leading scorer was Hudson Stokes. The junior for the Hawks had 14 points. Jalen Pinnell was also in double figures with 10. Ty Gentry had 8. Tanner Grantham 7. And also Dale Henley in that same mix there as far as scoring with 8 points. But both teams that night shot the ball pretty well from outside, 9 3-pointers apiece. And Farragut did not shoot free throws well. The margin, because they missed some in the fourth quarter, the margin could have been more comfortable for Farragut at the end had they converted more of their fourth quarter free throws. They ended up hitting only 12 of 24 on the night. And so again, some points left out there for the Admirals as Farragut looking to get to 8-5 in the district, looking to bounce back. Last night they were outside the district playing at home against Fulton and fell 72-59. Farragut actually led that game by 5 going into the fourth quarter. Had a good start to the game. Fulton with little flurries to end the first quarter and a flurry to end the second quarter. In both cases, a couple of late baskets, basically cutting Farragut's lead in half from 9-4 or 8-4. And then again, Farragut was able to match Fulton after a slow start to the third quarter, able to match them throughout the third quarter in its entirety, and went to the fourth trailing by 5, but Fulton won at 72-59. The girls were victorious last night. They defeated Fulton 79-54, improving to 14-4 overall. Of course, they're 7-4 in district play, and again, our next in action Tuesday night is at Maryville. As again, we'll repeat that Hardin Valley's girls unable to play tonight because of a positive COVID test. So we're just about set for the playing of the national anthem in advance of our earlier than typically anticipated boys game, and we're gonna go ahead and step aside. Let's get a 2-minute break. We'll return with more on the other side as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops, presented by Pilot Food Marts on 105.3 WFIV.
105.3 WFIV, Loudon, Farragut, Lenore City.
We're all paying attention to social distancing and cleanliness these days, and your nearby Pilot Food Mart has got you covered. Every Pilot has a sanitation station. You'll find masks and hand sanitizer to help keep you and your family safe. While you're there, get your Pilot My Rewards card. It's good for 3 cents a gallon off Pilot gas and in-store specials. Your neighborhood Pilot Food Mart. We're right on your way.
Clean and safe. If you haven't been in, you've got to come see. Rick Terry Jewelry Designs, we want to be your jeweler.
Welcome back to Farragut's Lynn Sexton Gymnasium. The team's taking the floor. They forego the introduction of the starting lineups. And so we will round those up for you here as, let's see, Farragut in its home white with the Navy numerals will control the opening tip. Hardin Valley's in its road navy with the baby blue numerals, and the Admirals with the first possession of the ballgame. Ryan Neal into the paint with a mid-range jumper that is no good, and coming out of there with the ball, Ty Gentry for Hardin Valley. Leaves it back with Jalen Pennell. Pennell picked up man-to-man by Carball, got around him all the way to the rack with the right hand, scores. Again, Hardin Valley, as I mentioned prior to the playing of the national anthem, got off to a strong start in the last matchup with the Admirals, and they're on the board first here tonight. Farragut with Isaiah Smith, Ryan Neal. Inside they go to Carball. Carball trying to shovel it back out on the perimeter, and it's stolen away. Farragut with a turnover in front court. Stokes for Hardin Valley hesitates on the right block, allows the defense to pass, but misses the shot from point-blank range. Farragut the rebound. Carasso to Brabson, ahead to Neal. Neal in turn to Carball. Jumper in the lane, too strong. And Farragut can't control it. It's knocked out of bounds. So the Admirals have Elisha Brabson, Ryan Neal, Isaiah Smith, Dallas Carball, and Jack Carasso. The starting five for Coach John Higgins. He's assisted by Josh Gregory, Justin Wakefield, and David Dawson. And Hardin Valley driving right side. They leave it back with Henley at the free throw line for a jumper. No good. Long rebound, Ryan Neal. Quickly into front court for the Admirals up the left side. Neal pulls up at the three-point line, gives to Smith, top of the key. Hardin Valley playing zone. Right side, it's Brabson with a three that is no good. Hardin Valley with a good box out. And the Hawks with the rebound as Gentry takes it off the floor. Henley takes it off the floor. Into front court, Pennell driving right side, kicks into the right corner. Gentry will try a three, no good. Ryan Neal, backside rebound for the Admirals. Ball knocked away from Brabson by a reaching Ty Gentry, but Elisha Brabson grabs it back. So Hardin Valley playing a 2-3 zone. In the middle, goes to Carball. He's triple teamed. Out to Neal. Quickly to Smith, right wing. Back inside to Carball, working. Tries the up and under with the left hand. Left it a little bit short. Rebounded away by Dale Henley. 2 minutes in, Farragut yet to score. 2-0 our score. As the Hawks in front court, we've got Pennell driving left side. Doesn't get the roll. Farragut mishandled the rebound initially, then grabs it back. Carasso to Carball. Carball then over to Neal, and Neal walks it into front court for the Admirals. Brabson, left side. Hardin Valley goes for a steal out top, doesn't get it. Neal is open at the free throw line, and they call him for a forearm extension. Player control foul. First foul of the ball game, and the second turnover for the Admirals. Hardin Valley's got Justin Sharp, Hudson Stokes, Ty Gentry, Jalen Pennell, and Dale Henley. Coached by Shane Wells, his first year at Hardin Valley, formerly at CAK in Lenore City. Assisted by Buddy Cruz, Eric Robertson, and J.P. Burris. Going to be Sharp trying a three and hitting a three from the right side for Hardin Valley. Again, both teams hit 9 threes in the first matchup, and Hardin Valley cans its first from long range here tonight to take a 5-0 lead. Shades of the January 15th matchup. Carball, right side of the lane, gives on the left wing to Brabson. Now to Neal. Neal makes a move down the right side of the lane, pulls up for a jumper, and this time the rim accepts it. Farragut's had a couple up there on the cylinder that would not go down, but Neal's shot does, and Farragut's on the board, trailing 5-2. Driving into the lane goes Sharp, leaves it off underneath with Henley, who lays it up and in. So Sharp penetrates and creates a scoring opportunity from point-blank range for Dale Henley, and Hardin Valley leads 7-2. Farragut breaks the press as Smith with a cross-court pass in front court to Brabson. Now to Neal out high between the circles. Right side Smith into the corner to Carasso. Starts to drive baseline. Works his way around Henley on the right block and scores. Nice pivot move by Jack Carasso. His offensive game's been coming along in the last couple of weeks for certain. Very noticeable. Driving right side of the lane with the right hand. Jalen Pennell has his second basket. Hardin Valley attacking the basket here early. Pennell's got a couple of shots in close, and Sharp set up his teammate Henley for one from point-blank range. Farragut trailing 9-4. Carter Mayfield to the scorer's table for the Admirals. There's Carasso making a move along the baseline. Takes the pass from Brabson, powers up his shot in the paint with a right hand and scores. Carasso got 4. just confidence seems greatly improved for Carasso as Hardin Valley loses it this time on a drive. Ball sails out of bounds over the baseline. First turnover for the Hawks. 9-6, Farragut trailing. Dallas Carbaugh and Isaiah Smith out of the game. Carter Mayfield checks in, as does senior Jake Bishop. Neal to Bishop. Bishop quickly to Mayfield. Right side just before the timeline. Back to Neal. Farragut across into front court. Left side, Brabson. Mayfield ranges left, picks up his dribble, gives to Brabson. Right back to Carter. Carter Mayfield to Brabson. Left side three for Elisha. Too strong. Bishop with an offensive rebound. Tries to save it into Neal. Looked like it bounced on the sideline over there. No call, but Farragut ends up getting the save. Hardin Valley saves it back inbounds to the Admirals. Right side, Neal. Guarded there by Gentry out of the zone. Mayfield left side, pumps up a three. No good. Carasso goes and gets it. Comes to Neal at the free throw line. Nice little touch pass inside to Brabson, who lays it up and in. Beautifully done. First of all, the hustle by Carasso. The touch pass by Neal as he claimed that loose ball on the save. And Brabson with the finish. And it's 9-8 as the Admirals trail by 1. And Coach Shane Wells using a 30-second timeout. So Farragut comes into tonight's ball game 9-10 following last night's loss to Fulton. 7-5 in the district. Hardin Valley comes in 3-9 overall, 3-8 in the district. But the Hawks have been competitive. Lost to Bearden by only 8 points January 22nd. Since then, the win over Heritage 51-42 and a loss to Maryville Tuesday night 62-52. So the Hawks have been in all of their games, and again, they led a majority of the game against the Admirals in the first matchup before Farragut ultimately prevailed 69-61. On the baseline, Hardin Valley driving, and that opens things up underneath for Henley, who takes the pass, lays it up and in. I think that was Pennell maybe on the baseline drive. Pennell or Gentry won. And again, it's Henley with an easy basket as a result. 11-8 Hardin Valley leads. Farragut in front court. Carter Mayfield to Ryan Neal out high. Asks for a screen from Bishop. Gets it. Moves right. Pulls up. 16-foot jumper. Good by Ryan Neal. Bishop frees him for the shot with the screen, and the Admirals trail 11-10. Into front court, Sharp into the lane. Kick out left side, Hudson Stokes. That's going to be his first three attempt. It is up and over the backboard. No good on the ricochet off the back of the rim. So Stokes was Hardin Valley's leading scorer in the first game, 14 points, and Farragut seems keenly aware of him. He hit 3 3-pointers in that earlier matchup. And that one was contested and from well beyond the three-point line. 1:50 to play opening quarter. The Admirals could take their first lead, trailing by 1. Mayfield gives some ground as Hardin Valley extends out top out of that 2-3 zone. Now Mayfield penetrates into the heart of it, and they say he took steps. 3 turnovers for Farragut in the early going. Just a single turnover thus far for Hardin Valley. Only 1 foul called. 1:30 to play in our opening quarter. As driving into the lane goes Gentry. Got away from Bishop and in the paint scores with the right hand. Gentry off the dribble beats his man. And the Hawks doing a good job getting to the rim in this opening quarter. Lead it 13-10. Neal left side. Looking for Carasso. Threw it behind him. Jack was cutting along the baseline. Trying to sort of coordinate with Neal, and Neal threw it to where he had the spot he had occupied previously. So the Admirals with their 4th turnover. This will be Gentry driving to the free throw line, gives to Stokes right side. Brabson in his hip pocket, returns it to Gentry. Now out top to Pennell. Pennell guarded by Bishop, spins into the paint. Neal comes over on a double team. That opens up a 3 that's no good by Gentry and will belong to Farragut as it carries out of bounds. 13-10. 3-point lead for the Hawks. Mayfield to Brabson, right side. Neal takes the pass on the left side. Left side of the paint, he moves, picks up his dribble, gives to Brabson, then to Mayfield, right wing, over to Neal, left side. He'll try a three. Good! Ryan Neal got the hot hand here in the opening quarter. 7 of Farragut's 13 as the Admirals tie the game at 13. 20 seconds to go. And the Hawks holding for a final shot. Exchanging the ball out top, Jalen Pennell and Hudson Stokes. Stokes, guarded by Brabson, gives it off to Gentry. Right hash. Bishop is on him. Gentry into the lane again, drops it off with Henley. And Farragut fouls from behind. Henley was going to have another layup. And Neal picks up his second foul. So there's only been 2 fouls called, and they've both been on Ryan Neal. And Henley, with 6.1 seconds remaining in the opening quarter, at the free throw line. First free throw attempted for either team, and it's good by the Hardin Valley Junior. As the Hawks are subbing for the first time, get a couple of players a few seconds extra breather, I should say, between at the quarter break. And so at the line, Henley attempting the second, and it too is good. So Hardin Valley leads 15-13 as Henley leaves the lineup, replaced by Jake Hubbard. And Farragut's got it with 6.1 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Brabson takes a pass from Mayfield, gives to Bishop, back to the trailing Mayfield. He'll launch a long three, no good at the horn. So the Admirals do not lead in this opening quarter. They trailed early 5-0 and 7-2. They came back to tie the game at 13, but Henley for Hardin Valley hits a pair of free throws with 6 seconds to play in the opening stanza, and that is the difference. Hardin Valley leading after one, 15-13. Back in 1 minute with second quarter action as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops presented by Pilot Food Marts on 105.3 WFIV.
Erie Insurance Company is celebrating 95 years of being above all in service. H.O. Hurt, the founder of the company, insisted the cornerstone of the company was the golden rule. Treat others the way you want to be treated. That's why every product they sell is built and backed by this simple rule. Whether it's auto, home, business, or life, you owe it to yourself to call Bryan Insurance, 865-951-7993, or visit bryaninsurance.com.
Shop Farragut wishes you and the entire Admiral Sports Nation much success and happiness this exciting season, and reminds you to shop Farragut all year long. Your Farragut retailers, restaurants, and service providers have worked hard to make your shopping easy and a bargain. Follow Shop Farragut on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to get all of the deals and discounts you need. Go Admirals!
Back at Farragut's Lynn Sexton Gymnasium, Dylan Atwell has checked into the ballgame. I think that's his first action since I believe it was the West game on the 22nd of January where he suffered a thigh contusion. Farragut with a steal. Hardin Valley with that first possession. The Admirals get out on the break. Carter Mayfield deep under the basket tries a reverse layup and was fouled. So the Admirals get the steal, get out on the break, and they say he wasn't in the act of shooting. I don't know how that's even possible, but Tanner Grantham apparently assessed the foul. Farragut inbounding from underneath its own basket. Hardin Valley a moment ago to open the second quarter with its second turnover thus far. Farragut had 4 turnovers in the opening quarter. Bishop with the ball out high, hands to Smith, who comes around, takes the handoff at the top of the key, bounces it to Mayfield. Now to Bishop, back to Mayfield. Mayfield penetrates, the lane comes open, but he missed at the rim with the left hand. Rebounded away by Grantham. Hardin Valley in front court, leading 15-13, early second quarter. Mayfield there defensively in the hip pocket of Pennell. Gives to Grantham. Atwell is on him defensively. Left side Gentry spinning against Smith. Gives it back on the perimeter to Pennell. Pennell from the free throw line with a jumper that's too strong. Mayfield the rebound. Admirals with the ball and a chance to tie. Justin Sharp at the scorer's table for Hardin Valley. Farragut has also gotten into the ballgame with the quarter break, Lucas Arnold. Here's Smith driving, left side of the lane. Pull-up jumper, good from about 10 feet for Isaiah Smith. First basket of the second quarter for the Admirals, and they tie the game at 15. Grantham working against Mayfield to the free throw line. Gives over on the left side to, I believe, Gentry. Driving, left baseline, no good. Rebound is tipped by Smith over to Bishop. Farragut wants to run. Atwell in front court. Cross-court pass to Smith. The lane comes open. Isaiah straight to the basket with the right hand. Scores. Admirals lead 17-15. First lead of the ball game for Farragut. As this will be Hardin Valley in front court with Pennell working on Bishop into the paint. His pass was deflected, out of bounds, touched last by Farragut. So Hardin Valley returns those 3 players that Coach Wells checked out late in the first quarter when free throws were being shot. They return now, having gotten an extended breather. And inbounding will be Sharp. Into Stokes, one of those players that just returned, gives it back in the corner to Sharp. Out top now to Pennell. To Stokes. Stokes guarded by Atwell. To Henley, guarded by Bishop. Picks up his dribble, free throw line. Off to Stokes. Stokes, right side. Three-pointer is going to be tried by Pennell, and that goes up off the back of the rim. And again, top of the backboard, ball goes over to the Admirals. 17-15, Farragut leading with 5:49 to play in our first half. Carter Mayfield, Isaiah Smith, Dylan Atwell, Jake Bishop, and Lucas Arnold on the floor for Coach John Higgins. Hardin Valley's got Sharp and Pennell at the top of that 2-3 zone. Here's Arnold trying a 3 from the left corner. It's over everything. Hardin Valley comes away with it. Sharp in front court. Right side, Laconis with it. Returns the ball to Sharp, who in turn gives to Stokes. Stokes ranges right. Gives to Laconis on the right wing, guarded there by Isaiah Smith. Henley inside, but Hardin Valley keeps the ball on the perimeter. Now Henley pops out top of the key, takes the pass from Pennell. Here's Sharp driving the lane. Gives to Laconis on the right baseline. Tried to shovel it back to him. Back to Sharp, that is. And Farragut got its hands in. Deflected the pass out of bounds. Very close to a steal by the Admirals. Julian McCoy now at the scorer's table for Hardin Valley. As Sharp inbounds to Pennell, right side. Gives to Sharp. Wide open 3. No good. Admirals with the rebound. Mayfield in front court for Farragut. Right side, Isaiah Smith. Smith driving all the way to the basket. Should have used the backboard. Missed it, and here's Hardin Valley in front court. Laconis off to Pennell. Pennell at the right elbow gives out top to Sharp. Left side, Stokes. Stokes guarded by Atwell. Lost his dribble, and Atwell comes up with it. Ahead to Smith. Farragut on a 2-on-1 break. It's going to be Smith all the way to the basket. Can't finish. And then Arnold with the basketball, trying to save it back in. Smith grabbed it and had not established himself back in bounds. Hardin Valley's ball. Farragut cannot capitalize on the Hawk turnover. Laconis out of the game for Hardin Valley as, again, Julian McCoy, number 5, a junior, sees his first action. He takes a pass on the right wing from Sharp, drives baseline against Smith, gives to Stokes in the left corner for a 3. Good. Best look Stokes has gotten. The drive on the right side, find the opposite corner shooter Stokes, and he gives Hardin Valley a 1-point lead, 18-17. Arnold with the ball in the left corner. Out top to Mayfield, now to Smith. They lob high post to Carball. Right back to Smith on the perimeter. Carball at the three-point line, takes a pass, gives to Mayfield. Right side, Atwell, into the corner, Smith. Head fakes a 3, now he'll take it. Good! Smith got rid of the defender with the head fake, repositioned himself and buries a 3. Here's Hardin Valley. Sharp penetrating all the way to the basket, and then at the last incident drops it off with Dale Henley, who again has easy pickings. Henley now with 8 points, the game tied at 20. Smith to Mayfield, left side Atwell. Carter's going to take a 3 from out top. Good! Back-to-back threes for the Admirals as Carter Mayfield with his first basket. And Farragut's third 3 of this first half. Henley driving on the baseline, pass stolen away by Atwell. He's double teamed in rear court. Ball knocked loose, and they're going to say it's Farragut's basketball. Good anticipation by Atwell. I don't know if he ever cleanly had the steal before the ball, if you ever really consider that having established possession or not. But we'll say it was indeed a turnover as the Admirals ultimately got it. 23-20, Farragut by 3. Here's Carball, right side of the paint with a jumper, left it short. Rebounded away by Pennell. Pennell up the left side in front court for Hardin Valley, driving on Carball, and a whistle sounds and a foul called on Farragut's Isaiah Smith. Isaiah's first, the third on Farragut as a team. And at the line, Jalen Pennell, Hardin Valley Jr., to shoot a pair. First of which is good. Pennell's got 5. Second one is good as well. Pennell hits them both. And it's 23-22. Farragut by 1. Admirals with the ball in front court as Hardin Valley continues with a 2-3 zone. Skip pass comes left side to Smith, in the middle to Carball. Carball, one dribble, goes up with a shot. Henley blocked it. Ball's loose in the paint. And ultimately, Hardin Valley comes away with it. Ball scoots toward the baseline where it's collected by the Hawks' Pennell. In front court, inside to Henley. Henley taking that pass from Sharp, releases into the left corner to McCoy. Then to Pennell, out top to Stokes, guarded by Carball. Stokes shovels it off to Sharp in the right corner. High post Henley, working against Carasso, turnaround jumper in the lane, too strong. Rebounded away by Jack. Carasso gives to Mayfield. Mayfield in front court to Isaiah Smith. Smith back to Mayfield between the circles. Left side Atwell. Atwell, wide open look for 3. Little too strong. Right on line. Rebounded away by Pennell of Hardin Valley. Pennell, high post Henley, back to the basket. Doesn't look to shoot. Gives instead on the right side to Sharp. He drifts to the top of the key. Gives off to Stokes. 90 seconds to go in our first half. Farragut's got Ryan Neal and Elisha Brabson set to check back in. 3 is short by Stokes from the top of the key. And Smith grabbed the ball off the deck, and then Hardin Valley reaching in, trying to poke it loose, picks up a foul. McCoy. His first, team's second. Carter Mayfield, Dallas Carball out of the game as the aforementioned Brabson and Neal return to the lineup. Atwell and Neal exchanging it back and forth in the middle to Brabson. Could have shot wide open from 14. Instead, the kick out to Smith from the right side, and his three-pointer rims out. Rebounded away by the Hawks. 1 minute to go first half. Pennell driving left, gives in the corner to Gentry. Out high to McCoy. McCoy starts left, gives back to Gentry on the right side for a 3. No good. Carasso tips the rebound over to Isaiah Smith. Ahead to Ryan Neal. Neal in front court, pulls up left wing to Smith. Smith to Atwell. Right side 3 for Dillon. No good. Brabson battling for the rebound. That was off of Hardin Valley. Lost out of bounds. Farragut's basketball. Underneath its own bucket, Ryan Neal will inbound. As Neal lobs into Carasso in the paint. Carasso working on the right block. Shot was swatted away by Henley. Loose basketball. Neal giving chase. And great hustle by Neal. He and Pennell in pursuit of the ball, and Pennell falls to the floor in possession of it. And so Farragut's going to maintain possession thanks to the aggressiveness of Neal. (23-22), Farragut indicating that it's fine to hold for just simply the final shot of this first half. Neal dribbling away the seconds out top. Swings it left side to Atwell. 10 seconds to go. In the middle it goes to Brabson. He'll shoot from the free throw line. Was kind of fading away. There was nobody there. The shot was missed. Atwell comes up with a loose basketball, scores, and was fouled. The ball finds Atwell underneath, kind of came loose. A couple other players had touched it first, but it ricochets over to Atwell, and he lays it up and in, and then was undercut by McCoy, his second foul, and Dillon with a chance at a three-point play with only 2.8 seconds remaining in the first half, and he converts it. Here's Hardin Valley quickly in front court. McCoy pulls up, lets fly, rims out. Nearly a mid-court shot went for McCoy, but it rims out, and the Admirals will take a 4-point lead into the locker room. Farragut leading Hardin Valley 26-22 as Farragut outscores Hardin Valley 13-7 in the second quarter, turning a 2-point deficit at the end of the first quarter into its current 4-point lead at intermission. We'll get a 2-minute break, return on the other side to look at the first half numbers for both teams as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops presented by Pilot Food Marts on Farragut's independent voice, 105.3 WFIV.
105.3 WFIV, Loudon, Farragut, Lenore City.
At your nearby Pilot Food Mart, there's a refreshing drink special waiting for you, and it's only 99 cents. Any size fountain drink, icy, or coffee is right inside, and just 99 cents every day. With your Pilot My Rewards card, get 3 cents off every gallon of gas, and find additional specials inside the store. Drink specials, gas savings, regular specials.
Last Friday, during the tournament at Hardin High School, Ace's current total is 1,054 points through 84 games. She is the 13th Lady Admiral to join the 1,000 point club. Congratulations, Amy Stickman!
Only Ted Russell and Son on Kingston Pike.
Hi, this is Dave from VG's Bakery. Circumstances have forced us to change the way we do business, but nothing will change the pride and love we have for baking the finest baked goods. Go to vgsbakery.com to check out our curbside menu we offer Tuesday through Friday weekly. And our cake department is ready to create your beautiful and delicious special occasion cakes. Pastries, cookies, bread, and desserts, all made by hands that care. VG's Bakery, handcrafted baked goods. Oh, yeah.
Eric Gerhardt back with you here at Farragut's Lynn Sexton Gymnasium. Brandon Campbell behind the camera. If you're watching at the Booster Club's live stream page or YouTube channel, Justin Beaver sending out that YouTube signal, the connection there. And back at our WFIV studios, Dusty Street. We appreciate you joining us, whether here on FM 105.3, WFIV, online, WFIV.com, or the aforementioned video stream outlets. We're back Tuesday night as the Admirals conclude district regular season play at Maryville. Farragut also has a game a week from tonight at Central, non-district game. So that one, I assume, will be video streamed. We will not have the radio call for you. They're not doing the video stream Friday night Central? Oh, they canceled it. Okay, I just got the word that the Central game got canceled. So no regular season finale at Central. Don't know much about those teams. Being in District 3, I would have thought the boys would have been probably one of the better teams over there. By the way, while we were away on that last commercial break, a little recognition for Avery Strickland, Lady Admiral, unable to play tonight. All of the Lady Admirals unable to play as Hardin Valley had a positive COVID test, but Ace was recognized having joined the 1,000 Career Point Club. So congratulations to Avery Strickland on that achievement. Admirals are leading here at halftime over Hardin Valley 26-22. Hardin Valley led at the outset 5-0. And then it's 7-2. Farragut tied the game at 13 before Hardin Valley hit a pair of free throws with just seconds remaining in the opening quarter to go up 15-13. And Farragut's first lead came at 17-15 early in the second quarter. Outscored Hardin Valley 13-7 in the second. And they, again, lead it by 4 at intermission, 26-22. I had Farragut with 4 turnovers, all of them in the opening quarter. Hardin Valley also with 4 first-half turnovers. Looking at the individual scoring for Hardin Valley, Justin Sharp, 3 points on a first quarter three-pointer. Hudson Stokes, a single basket. That was a 3 in quarter number 2. Chai Gentry with 2 points. Jalen Pennell, 2 of 2 from the line, 6 first-half points for Pennell. And leading the Hawks in scoring, the beneficiary of some good passes, some penetration by his teammates, setting him up for some uncontested layups. Dale Hindley leads the Hawks with 8 points. He was 2 of 2 from the line. The only 2 free throws, I changed that. The Hawks were 4 of 4 from the line. Hindley hit his 2, Pennell hit his 2. So 4 of 4 from the free throw line were the Hawks in the first half. And again, the 2 3-pointers with 1 apiece by Stokes and by Sharp. For Farragut, Elisha Brabson with 2 points. Dylan Atwell, 1 of 1 from the line. Big 3-point play to close out the first half. So that's Dylan's first half scoring. Good to see him back in the lineup again, making his first appearance, I do believe, since January 22nd when he was injured in the West game. When he went out, Farragut did not handle the pressure. Farragut had a lead and did not handle the pressure. One got away from him as West came back to win that game. And Farragut's turnovers without Atwell in the game were certainly a big key. So he's missed the conclusion of that night, and it was costly. Was not at Cleveland then the following day. Let's see, last week's games, William Blunt and Bearden. And then this week's games, Lenore City, Fulton. So that's, 5 games in their entirety that Dylan had missed. Big cog on this team. So good to have Dylan Atwell back heading towards the postseason. Ryan Neal with 7 first-half points. He had the hot hand in the first quarter, included in Ryan's total, a 3-pointer. Isaiah Smith with 7 first-half points, included in his total, a 3-pointer. Carter Mayfield, 3 points. That was a second-quarter 3-pointer. And Jack Carasso with 4 first-half points. The Admirals, 1 of 1 from the line. That was Atwell at the very end of the half, completing a 3-point play. And they knocked down 3 3-pointers, getting 1 apiece from Neal, Smith, and Mayfield as the Admirals lead it at the break, 26-22. Back in 2 minutes with more as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops, presented by Pilot Food Marts on Farragut's Independent Voice, 105.3 WFIV.
What tells your story? Your diploma, an art print, a map from a trip you've held on to for years, a shadow box of a favorite sports jersey. Whatever it is, at Express Frame, we've made custom framing fast, easy, and affordable. Each frame is handcrafted by our experts in-house using high-quality materials. With our large frame inventory selection, we'll get your finished artwork back to you in a lot less time than traditional custom framing stores. Same expert staff and service, new name. Express Frame is located in the Dick's Sporting Goods Shopping Center next to Sports Clips. Frame your story at Express Frame and look for special offers at expressframe.net. We know framing, you'll know the difference.
Winter is here. That means it's time for the Climatize Heating and Cooling Winter Maintenance Safety Inspection. Make sure your heat pump or gas furnace is ready for winter. Get peace of mind when you call Climatize Heating and Cooling today or go to climatizedtennessee.com.
Last year was so crazy. Honey, let's do something special for Valentine's Day.
Okay. What did you have in mind?
Well, Valentine's Day is on Sunday this year. Why don't we make the entire weekend special?
You know, there are a lot of places for dinner and drinks and shopping in Farragut.
I can imagine it now. Meet for dinner after work on Friday, enjoy shopping at the boutiques and specialty shops in Farragut, then do it all over again on Saturday.
Well,
Shop Farragut invites you to spend your Valentine's Day in Farragut. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, drinks. From fast casual to sit-down dining, Farragut offers a wide variety of flavors for every mood.
And don't forget the shopping.
Remember, shop and dine Farragut this Valentine's Day. Find Shop Farragut on Facebook and Twitter. Just search Shop Farragut.
We're all paying attention to social distancing and cleanliness these days, and your nearby Pilot Food Mart has got you covered. Every Pilot has a sanitation station. You'll find masks and hand sanitizer to help keep you and your family safe. While you're there, get your Pilot Myro gallon off Pilot gas and in-store specials. Your neighborhood Pilot Food Mart. We're right on your way.
Eric Gerhardt back with you here at Farragut's Lynn Sexton Gymnasium as we're just about set for the start of our second half. The Admirals leading the visiting Hardin Valley Hawks in District 4 AAA action by a score of 26-22, as Farragut getting 7 points apiece from Isaiah Smith and Ryan Neal. Neal getting his 7 in the opening quarter, and Smith all 7 of his in quarter number 2. As the leading scorers for the Admirals as they lead it by 4. Jalen Pinnell with 6, Dale Henley with 8, leading the way for Hardin Valley offensively. Farragut will have the first possession of the second half. Brabson, Neal, Smith, Carbaugh, and Carasso on the floor for the Admirals. And Hardin Valley, as Farragut goes back door with a lob to Brabson, and he lays it up and in. Brabson goes up, running the left baseline, grabs it, and lays it up and in. Farragut on the board first, and now Hardin Valley with a turnover as Sharp, penetrating through the lane, rifled a pass at Henley. Nobody could handle that, and the Admirals will get the basketball. Brabson with that basket a moment ago, giving him 4. I think it was Smith on the feed. Neal shut down, left elbow, bounces it to Brabson on the wing, back out top to Ryan Neal. Dribbles right, there's a double team on Isaiah Smith out of that Hardin Valley zone. Left side, Brabson's going to shoot a 3, too strong. Carbaugh tips the rebound, but it'll be controlled by Ty Gentry. Gives to Hudson Stokes, ahead in front court to Sharp of Hardin Valley on the right wing. Picked up there by Farragut's Elisha Brabson. Now to Pinnell. Pinnell working against Carbaugh. Out high, left side, comes to Gentry. Into the corner to Stokes. Left a three-pointer short. Had a decent look at it. Henley, though, got a rebound. Drives along the baseline. Kicks it out top of the key for a 3 by Sharp. No good. Pinnell trying to keep it alive. Does so. The ball ricochets over to Stokes. And his floater on the left baseline is good. So Hardin Valley gets multiple cracks at it. And Stokes gets the bucket eventually, as the Admirals now go in the middle to Carbaugh, goes up against Henley and was fouled. The foul on Dale Henley is his first. Very few fouls called in the first half, but Julian McCoy of Hardin Valley did pick up 2, as did Ryan Neal of Farragut. Carbaugh with the free throw. Good. Dallas's first point of the night. The second one, no good. Henley the rebound. 29-24, Farragut leads as Pinnell down the left side of the lane picks up his dribble, gives it back to Sharp, top of the key. Now to Pinnell, to the free throw line, down on the baseline, right side Henley, drives baseline, kick out to Sharp. His three-pointer is offline, and good play by Pinnell. Farragut could have grabbed the rebound, but they thought maybe they could just let it go out of bounds, and Pinnell reaches over the top of Carasso and ricochets the ball off of him out of bounds, so Hardin Valley maintains possession. Inbound to Stokes, three-pointer, pretty good look, but he missed it. Farragut tips the rebound to Carbaugh. Into front court, Smith, right wing, driving baseline. Behind his back, pass goes to Neal. Free throw line jumper, good, and he's fouled. Ryan Neal with the basket. And the foul on Justin Sharp, his first and the team's second. 5:58 to play third quarter. Ryan Neal looking to complete a three-point play and does so. So the Admirals lead at 32-24. Biggest lead Farragut has enjoyed. Hawks with the ball in the left corner in the hands of Stokes. He dribbles it out top, gives off to Pinnell. Carbaugh knocks it away from him, but Pinnell grabs it back, moves into the paint, gives to Henley for a left baseline jumper. No good from 15. Pinnell, though, he's kept the possession alive a few times for Hardin Valley. Grabs an offensive board. Here's Sharp driving in off the right side. On the baseline to Henley. Not good spacing by the Hawks. Back out on the perimeter to Stokes. And now to Gentry. Gentry working against Smith, gives to Pinnell. Pinnell driving into the lane against Carbaugh. Carasso comes over, blocks it out of bounds. They're going to call a foul. Call the foul on Carasso. His first, it'll send to the line Pinnell for a couple. And the Hardin Valley junior remains perfect from the line as he hits the first of two. He's now 3 of 3. Sharp checks out of the game for Hardin Valley. Second toss is missed, rebounded away by Carbaugh. Into the lineup for Hardin Valley first time tonight, Eli Stiles, number 2. Isaiah Smith for Farragut, three-pointer right wing, short, but there's Ryan Neal with a follow, no good tip. And I think Carasso got it on the tip. (34-25), Farragut by 9. As Gentry shut down on the baseline, bounces it inside on the right block to Henley. Henley dribbling, gives it out on the left side to Pennell. Pennell into the lane. Back to Gentry. Isaiah Smith driving baseline, missed it. Okay. We had a foul on Dale Henley underneath Farragut's. Dallas Carbaugh is going to be awarded a couple of free throws as a result. Okay, apologize for the delay. We had a little bit of a medical scare. A little bit of a medical scare up here in the broadcast area. And Farragut leading 37-27 with 3:05 to play in the third quarter. Admiral's Ryan Neal going to be called for an offensive foul, pushing off. Dallas Carball takes a pass from Ryan Neal. Again, apologize for the lack of detail here the last couple of minutes. Got a continuing situation medically up here, but hopefully they're going to get Brandon taken care of. Hardin Valley with the basketball, 39-27 is our score. Carball with a rebound off a miss by the Hawks. Run some commercials.
.3 WFIV, Loudon, Farragut, Lenore City.
At your nearby Pilot Food Mart.
It's the pride and love we have for baking the finest baked goods. Go to vgsbakery.com to check out our curbside menu we offer Tuesday through Friday weekly. And our cake department is ready to create your beautiful and delicious special occasion cakes. Pastries, cookies, bread, and desserts, all made by hands that care. VG's Bakery, handcrafted baked goods. Oh yeah.
Last year was so crazy. Honey, let's do something special for Valentine's Day.
Okay, what did you have in mind?
Well, Valentine's Day is on Sunday this year. Why don't we make the entire weekend special?
You know, there are a lot of places for dinner and drinks and shopping in Farragut.
I can imagine it now. Meet for dinner after work on Friday, enjoy shopping at the boutiques and specialty shops in Farragut, then do it all over again on Saturday.
Well,
Shop Farragut invites you to spend your Valentine's Day in Farragut. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, drinks. From fast casual to sit-down dining, Farragut offers a wide variety of flavors for every mood.
And don't forget the shopping.
Remember, shop and dine Farragut this Valentine's Day. Find Shop Farragut on Facebook and Twitter. Just search Shop Farragut.
With Erie Rate Lock, your rate won't change until you add or remove a driver or a vehicle or change an address. Get a ticket, get in an accident, no problem. Rate stays the same. With Erie New Auto Security, if you total your vehicle, it acts as gap insurance if there's a loan. Or Erie will settle 2 model years newer with 30,000 or less miles. No wonder 91% of Erie clients choose to renew them. Call Bryan Insurance, 865-951-7993, or visit us online at bryaninsurance.com.
Attention East Tennessee. Beard and Bike and Trail has been voted one of the 100 best bike shops in the U.S. by the Bicycle Dealers Association. This certification requires not only a great shopping experience and expert staff, but also support for local and national cycling advocacy. Beard and Bike and Trail has affordable luxury bikes from the brands you know, like Jamis, Fuji, Marin, Breezer, and Haro. Bike and Trail has bikes for children as well as the young at heart. Bike and Trail also carries affordable electric bikes. Need a bike repair? Their top-notch repair shop has the fastest turnaround time in town. Tight on cash? Ask about their 12-month no-interest financing. With over 48 years of experience in the cycling industry, you can always count on Beard and Bike and Trail for great customer service. Make Bike and Trail your one-stop for cycling adventure. Open 7 days a week. Located on the Third Creek Greenway on Forest Park Boulevard. Beard and Bike and Trail. Voted one of the best bike shops in the U.S. by the Bicycle Dealers Association.
Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. Happy New Year! And we're not just practicing social distancing, we're doing it. Face masks, hand sanitizers, Sandy Fogger. We're 6 feet apart, and we can still sell you a new Nissan. And with over 450 new Nissans to choose from, we've definitely got the one you're looking for. And remember, nobody can sell you the same new Nissan for less than Ted Russell Nissan. Is your credit an issue? Well, not at Ted Russell Nissan. We have 4 finance managers that specialize in credit repair and approval.
Okay,
rebates up to $6,500, discounts up to $11,000, and payments as low as $149 a month. Ted Russell Nissan.
So Farragut's leading 45-32 over Hardin Valley. 15 seconds to play in our third quarter as the Hawks with the ball. They go inside to Henley, and he misses from in close. Bishop tips it out for Farragut. Atwell's got the basketball. And so the Admirals in front court trying to beat the clock, and it's Neal taking a pass ahead of the pack, lays it up and in, and that's a good finish to the third quarter for the Admirals. Ryan Neal scores, and Farragut leads 47-32 after 3. Again, we apologize for the break in the coverage, but sort of serious health situation up here in the broadcast area. And so hopefully everything's going to be straightened away soon. I think an ambulance is on the way. And Admirals leading 47-32 after Farragut had led 26-22 at halftime. So a 21-10 third quarter advantage for the Admirals. And teams huddled up at the quarter break. Returning to the floor, Hardin Valley's going to have McCoy and Stokes, Sharp, Gentry, and Henley on the floor. Farragut counters with Brabson, Mayfield, Atwell, Jake Bishop, and Lucas Arnold. Carter Mayfield at the point, guarded on Farragut's first possession this fourth quarter by Sharp. And Mayfield got away from him, drives, and shovels the pass off for a layup by Lucas Arnold. Arnold with the bucket. 49-32, Farragut leading. Driving left side. It's Farragut's Julian McCoy into the corner. Stokes tries a three. It's no good. Tipped out. And I don't know why that wasn't a backcourt violation, but it was not. And so Hardin Valley allowed to retrieve the ball in rear court. Brings it back the other way as Sharp gives to Gentry, and Gentry into the lane is going to be fouled. They called the foul on Arnold. It's his first. And Hardin Valley inbounding from underneath its own basket. Comes out high to Stokes. Stokes guarded by Brabson. Right side, Gentry. Back out top to Sharp. And the ball comes loose. It's going to stay with Hardin Valley. Henley on the right baseline, powers up a shot, miss, grabs his own miss, goes back up and scores. And Coach Wells of Hardin Valley is going to use a timeout. So Henley with the basket. And Hardin Valley using a timeout. 6:49 to play, 49-34 our score. Admirals leading by 15. Cheerleaders back in the gym tonight, and a few students as well. If you happen to just be joining us, expecting that boys action would be coming up pretty soon. The girls game was canceled. Hardin Valley had a positive COVID test, and so the girls game canceled. The boys game moved up to fill the 6 o'clock time slot. And so we are early in the fourth quarter as the teams return to the floor following the Hardin Valley timeout. The Hawks pressing. Farragut gets it to Atwell, ahead to Bishop, then down low to Arnold, and now back it out and set up the half-court offense. Farragut leading by 15. Bishop out high at the free throw line right now, and then gives to Brabson for a three that is good. Elisha Brabson hits a three, and the Admirals lead by 18, 52-34. This is Henley down the right side of the paint and goes up with a shot against a double team, and it's going to count it in an and one opportunity as they give the foul to Carter Mayfield. Free throw was made, three-point play completed. And 6:19 to play. 52-37. Farragut with the ball in the 15-point lead. Dylan Atwell in front court, guarded by Justin Sharp. Brabson with the ball, drives right, leaves it off with Mayfield. Mayfield out high to Bishop. Bishop back to Brabson on the right side. Brabson to Bishop. Bishop in turn gives to Atwell, top of the key. Picks up his dribble to Brabson. Brabson into the lane. Pull-up jumper, no good. Hardin Valley the rebound. Justin Sharp in front court. And Hardin Valley got a basket. Just checking on Brandon here. Hardin Valley the basket, cuts it to 13. 5.5 minutes to play. Carter Mayfield, left side, gives to Brabson. Brabson moves to the free throw line, gives to Atwell on the right side. Got away from Stokes momentarily. Sets up Mayfield for a wide open look from three. No good. Long rebound, tracked down in the far corner by Henley of Hardin Valley. Into front court, Stokes takes a pass for the Hawks. Right side, three-pointer put up by Gentry. No good. Atwell had the rebound. He's crashed into from behind, fouled by Stokes. .5:01 to play. Farragut leading by 13, 52-39, and the Admirals are in the bonus. Admirals are in the bonus, so Atwell walks to the other end to shoot. Dillon with a free throw, no good, and Carrasso's going to be over the back. Hardin Valley in front court, trailing by 13 with 4:50 to play. Stokes left wing, guarded there by Isaiah Smith, although Farragut may be playing zone. There's a three put up from the left side, good by Laconis. And now the Hawks with a steal in rear court. It's going to set up Stokes for a three from the top of the key. No good, but a foul on the putback attempt by Jalen Pennell. Pennell with a free throw, no good. Second one upcoming. Hardin Valley's cut it to 10 with that most recent three-pointer, now to 9, so they've got it back to a 9-point game. 4:28 to play. Hawks pressing in rear court. The ball's knocked away from Neal, but Farragut retains possession as it trickles out of bounds across the way. Ryan Neal brings the ball in front court for the Admirals. Farragut leading 52-43 midway through our fourth quarter. Guarding him out top, Eli Stiles. And there's a steal as Grantham with a steal on Brabson, shut down at the left block. Kick out to Stokes for three, offline, but the rebound by Stiles, and Hardin Valley keeps it alive. Grantham. Here's a three-pointer. It's going to be good by Pennell. Pennell hits a three from out top, and that makes it a 6-point game at 52-46. Hardin Valley looks like they're now man-to-man. Maybe they have been the last couple of possessions, but they've been disruptive defensively. Neal attacks the basket, draws the foul, got the shot to go, so Ryan Neal with a chance at a three-point play as they give the foul against Hardin Valley's Stiles. That was a big bucket by Ryan. Big bucket by Ryan, because down to a 6-point lead after the Admirals had, I think, led by as many as 18. Neal can't complete the three-point play. Hardin Valley quickly in front court, 3:35 to go. Inside, Henley, kick out top, Pennell, right side, McRae for a three that is McCoy rather for a three that was no good. Neal with a rebound, double teamed in rear court. Hardin Valley with a steal, and the Admirals trying to take it back, commit a foul. Foul on Farragut's Ryan Neal, and I think that's his fourth. Free throw by Grantham is no good. Grantham, another free throw. This one's good. So Grantham hits one of two. Farragut against the press. Carball takes a pass from Neal in front court to Carball. Throws it up there for Carasso, who knocks it home off the window. Nice little alley-oop action to Carasso, who scores. Hardin Valley in front court trailing 56-47. Pinnell spins with the right hand and scores in the paint. Nice one-on-one move by Pinnell. Farragut quickly back the other way. Carter Mayfield breaks the press, gives to Isaiah Smith, right side, now to Carball. Three-pointer out top, no good. Rebound, Hardin Valley. Hawks quickly in front court. It's going to be Pinnell driving on Carball. Good. Pinnell makes it a 5-point game. And so Hardin Valley trailing by 15 to open this third quarter. And I think even more than that here early in the fourth. My attention has been a couple of different places, but I think the lead was up to as many as 18. And Hardin Valley now has cut it to 5 at 56-51 as Coach John Higgins uses a timeout. 2:41 to play. Farragut led by 5 going to the fourth quarter. Led by 5 going to the fourth yesterday. But saw that one get away from them in the fourth quarter, and Hardin Valley trying to duplicate what Fulton achieved last night in that fourth quarter come from behind victory. Admirals back on the floor. Atwell ahead to Mayfield is no problem breaking the press that time for the Admirals. Mayfield driving left side, lost a handle on it. The ball trickles to Atwell over in the left corner, though. A little crossover, got away from Gentry. Gives to Neal left side. He's guarded by Pinnell. Neal driving left side to Atwell. Atwell, skip pass, goes right corner to Smith. And Coach Higgins going to use another timeout. 2:12 to play. This one will be a 30-second timeout being utilized by the Admirals. Coming into the night, Bearden atop the District 4 AAA standings at 12-0. Maryville 9-2. Farragut 7-5. West 5-4. William Blunt 5-7. Hardin Valley entering the night was 3-8. Lenoir City 3-9. Heritage 1-10. West obviously with some games to make up, and I don't know if they're going to be made up, and at this point I don't know how they would handle that. West has defeated Farragut in their 2 meetings, so they own that head-to-head advantage, and would be Farragut has 1 more loss than the Rebels, but 2 more wins currently, so not sure how many of those games that West has missed because of COVID issues are going to be made up. But those were the standings entering the night. And other matchups tonight, West and Bearden's canceled. Maryville, Lenoir City tonight, Heritage at William Blunt. Our girls game canceled because of a positive COVID case at Hardin Valley. Farragut with Mayfield penetrating, leaves it down low for Smith. Missed a shot. There's Carball with a rebound, and he's clobbered on a follow attempt. Dallas Carball with a big offensive rebound. And Farragut will get a couple of free throws thanks to Carball's timely work. 1:52 to play. 5-point lead for the Admirals, 56-51. And the free throw is up and good by Dallas Carball. He's got 4 points. Brabson, I guess, is going to check in for the shooter Carball, so he will take the second free throw, and it's missed. Ryan Neal tracks it down in the corner, though. Admirals with another opportunity. Neal, good hustle. And so Farragut's Carter Mayfield, double teamed out high, finds Neal left side, driving, reverses underneath the basket, lays it up and in. Good basket by Neal, and great hustle by Neal on the missed free throw, kept it alive for that basket to happen, and Farragut leads 59-51. Sharp into the lane, blocking foul called on Mayfield. 2 free throws coming for Justin Sharp. Free throw missed by Sharp. Brabson into the ball game for Dallas Carball. So the Admirals have got Dylan Atwell, Elisha Brabson, Ryan Neal, Carter Mayfield, and Isaiah Smith. Second free throw is going to be good by Grantham. Excuse me, by Sharp. And now Farragut turns it over in rear court. Grantham gives to McCoy, driving left side. He stepped on the baseline, and so the Hawks give the ball right back. 59-52, 7-point lead. Farragut with Neal, double team, gives to Atwell, back to Neal. Neal across the timeline with 1:10 remaining. Neal all the way to the basket, bounces it to Brabson in the right wing. Farragut spreads the floor, playing a little four corners. Foul is called on Hardin Valley's Grantham. Double bonus time for the Admirals. Carter Mayfield to shoot them. Mayfield with the first one, up and good. Returning the ball game for Hardin Valley is Dale Henley. Mayfield, second one, good. So Mayfield hits a couple. 61-52. So they had gotten as close. The Hawks had gotten as close as 56-51. But it's now a 9-point game as this is Sharp driving right all the way to the basket. Shot won't go. Carball the rebound, and he is tied up by Sharp. Possession arrow is to Hardin Valley. Sharp to inbound. Out high it comes to Gentry. Gentry into the lane, gives to Sharp left corner. Pushed aside Mayfield. Out top it'll be Pinnell trying a three. No good. Carball the rebound. Great job not walking as he gets rid of the basketball, and Farragut into front court with a 9-point lead. 30 seconds to play. And Farragut's going to be fouled. 2 free throws coming for Isaiah Smith. Smith with a free throw, good. Isaiah with the second one, it's good as well. So the Admirals have made some clutch free throws here late after Hardin Valley clawed back into it. Shot up on a runner by Sharp is no good. Tipped out. Stokes controls for Hardin Valley. Around the perimeter, right to left, it goes to Sharp for another three-point attempt, and this one he buries. So Sharp hits the three-pointer with 18.5 seconds to play, and it's an 8-point game. It's 63-55. 8-point game and timeout on the floor as the Admirals just have to avoid the turnovers, which have plagued them to some extent here in the fourth quarter. Admirals entered the fourth up 15, 47-32, after Hardin Valley led early in the ball game, 5-0, 7-2. The Admirals came back, took their first lead early in the second quarter at 17-15, led 26-22 at halftime. 21-10 third quarter advantage for Farragut, led 47-32 going to the fourth. But Hardin Valley turned up the defensive intensity here in the fourth, went man-to-man, and their half-court D, full-court press, and Farragut has struggled, and Admirals are fouled. They got the ball into Mayfield and may have caught a break on the foul because Carter was going to return the ball with a trap coming to the man who had inbounded, but he wasn't where Carter was expecting them to be, and it looked like Farragut was on the verge of a turnover right underneath the basket. But the foul called, and Mayfield will shoot a couple, the first of which is good. 8 for Carter, and, well, I say that, I missed a fair chunk of that third quarter. So Carter could have scored while my attention was diverted. Here's Carter's second toss is good. What I do know is that I've not seen him miss a free throw, and here in the fourth quarter, he's hit 4 clutch ones in a row. So it's a 10-point lead at 65-55. And Hardin Valley quickly in front court with just 13 seconds to play. Pennell kicks into the left corner for a 3 by Gentry that is no good. Atwell the rebound. Ahead to Mayfield. 6 seconds to play to Isaiah Smith. And the Admirals will just dribble the final seconds away as Farragut wins it. 66-55. 66-55. The Admirals with the victory as they even their overall record at 10-10 and move to 8-5 in district play. A regular season sweep of the Hawks as Farragut wins here tonight, 65-55 apparently. That's what's on the scoreboard, so I misread something along the way there. But 65-55, Farragut by 10, and again, an important district win for the Admirals, who moved to 8-5 in district play. Only one district game remaining Tuesday night at Maryville, and we will have the broadcast for you here on 105.3 WFIV. Girls should get started at 6. Boys action should follow around 7:30 as the Admirals call on Maryville. Maryville won the earlier matchups, both girls and boys games, and so Farragut will be looking to salvage a season split with the Rebels. So Hardin Valley now is 3-9 in district play, and we think 3-10 overall. Coach John Higgins has come up and joining us here, and Coach, we missed some action in the third quarter. I had a little bit of a medical scare up here, but the third quarter, a good one for your Admirals tonight. A little bit of a slow start to the game, much like the first go-round over at Hardin Valley, but you guys had clawed back. You'd taken the lead at halftime and then really expanded on it there in the third quarter. Good start coming out of the locker room.
We did, but I want to make sure that everyone understands that we saw what was going on up here. So, our thoughts and our prayers are making sure that everyone's safe and healthy. So, I'm sure we'll get checked out and hopefully everything's okay.
Yeah.
And, it was scary.
It is.
It is
very
see
scary.
It from the bench. So, the third quarter for us, it was good. I thought the first half for the most part was good as well. We only had 4 turnovers, which if you've watched our last few games, that in itself is a win.
And I don't think there were any in the second quarter. Had a few with the early on, but none in the second quarter.
And so, it was a combination of us missing shots and some other things that allowed the score to be close in the first half. But I thought the third quarter, you know, we really played well defensively, and that allowed us to get out and get some open baskets. You know, and that was good to see for us in the third quarter. You know, but as I told the guys at pregame this afternoon, we've been really good for 3 quarters just about all year. Just about all year. And, you know, up 17 going into the fourth. At one point it was 51-49 or something like that, 55-50 or something. So, you know, we've got to find a way in the fourth quarter to buckle down and keep the pressure on the opposing team and really play well. But I'm glad we were able to get out there in the fourth quarter and finish it off tonight.
Hit some clutch free throws at the end. That's always good. As you say, they had trimmed it to, I think the closest I noticed was 56-51 after you guys had been up by 17-18 or so earlier in the quarter. But Carter Mayfield hit a couple, or 4, I think, in a row, and Isaiah Smith also with a couple of free throws made at clutch time. Good to have also Dylan Atwell back. Been a while, and nice to have him back as we kind of head towards the home stretch here, or in the home stretch.
I think it's been 5 games.
Yeah.
I think it was 5 games ago. He got hurt against West, so he was definitely missed because, you know, Dylan's a really good basketball player.
Yeah.
He really settles us down and allows us to really get into some offense and do different things. Not to mention he's an underrated defender. So having Dylan back is just another key piece that we need moving forward, getting ready for a district tournament. But yes, making free throws at the end, always important. You know, I think yesterday in the fourth quarter we were 3 for 10. You know, we went to the fourth quarter yesterday with the lead.
Right.
So, you know, it's just a matter of it's basketball. It's high school basketball. Yesterday we were 1 for 8 from the field, 3 for 10 in the fourth quarter. Tonight we're hitting all our free throws in the fourth quarter, and, you know, we make some shots down there at the end. So it's high school kids. It's high school basketball. We've got to figure out the way to make it more consistent in the fourth.
Ryan Neal seemed like he played a good ball game for you tonight. Had a couple of really nice effort plays, saved a missed free throw, got you an extra possession, and then he ended up getting the basket on that possession there late in the ball game.
Yeah, Ryan's been playing really well for us here of late, you know, and it's always good to see when he has those type of plays, those hustle plays, because those are needed. That's the difference between winning and losing a basketball game.
Yeah, he had a handful of those.
Yeah, you know, getting those effort plays, and Ryan really brings effort a lot of times. Sometimes it gets him in trouble with fouls. But he brings effort a lot of the time. He tries to get balls that most kids won't normally get.
Right.
And so for him to come out there and do that in some big key moments is always good to see. And, you know, it's much needed. We need that more from not only him but from a lot of the other guys as well.
Well, Coach, you got Maryville on Tuesday, and then I think Brandon had told me you guys have got a game Thursday at Greenville. Is that?
Yeah.
Is that one on the?
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
I mean, just looking ahead, there's only a couple left here before we get into the district tournament. But he told me Central was canceled.
Yeah.
And so I guess it had been replaced a day earlier by Greenville now. But you got Maryville on Tuesday.
Yeah, Maryville on Tuesday, Greenville on Thursday. You know, it's important for us to go out there and prepare ourselves for the district tournament. You can't get a better week of games competition-wise than Maryville and Greenville. And so, you know, it's going to be a good test for us next week. We need to go up there in Maryville and play well. You know, we need to have a better showing than we had back in early January. And I think we can. You know, we just got to go up there and believe. Believe in ourselves, believe in what we're doing, believe in our defense, believe in our offense, and really believe that we can go up there and win. And if we can do that, I think we've got an excellent chance.
Well, Coach, I appreciate you coming up and chatting. And we'll see you Tuesday over at Maryville High School.
Thanks, Eric.
It's Coach John Higgins. As his Admirals tonight, they get to 8-5 in the district with the win over the visiting Hawks of Hardin Valley. So keep Brandon Campbell in mind, if you would. Send up a prayer on his behalf. We think everything seemed all right.